What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Mula here for another video. Thank you to the last people that viewed my last video. I think it was like 5 people viewed it. So I wanted to thank you guys for making me feel like I'm worth something and not making me kill myself this week. So thank you all. Um, yeah, I know this channel kind of sucks. I don't really have a lot of exciting videos or anything like that. It's all pretty boring shit. It's just me talking. I know I'm not that fucking pretty. But whatever. Like I said, I've wanted to do this for a while, and now I'm actually doing it, so fuck it. Why the hell not? But let me dive right into it. Talking about the AFC NFC matchups we got this week. The AFC and the NFC Championships on Sunday. The first one coming up is going to be the Pats versus the Jags. Like, I don't know what the hell to think about the Jags. I really don't. It's like all year they have this electrifying defense that's really good. Their defense scores a lot, which is always scary when you know your defense is scoring some points. But their offense is really struggling. And then last week it was kind of like the opposite. It was like their defense seemed to be struggling a little bit, but their offense was just scoring all kinds of points, so it didn't really matter. Now, guaranteed, I think part of the reason for that was that the Jaguars were, they got ahead early, so basically what happened is they're like, well, we don't really need to play that hard. So their defense kind of slacked off, and the Steelers scored a lot of points on them. Now, I don't think the Jags are going to be able to score 45 points against New England. I just don't think it's going to happen. New England, since Week 5, they've only allowed an average of 14 points per game, and that stayed true last week because they only allowed 14 points against the Titans. So I really think points are going to be hard to come by for this Jaguars offense. Patriots, I think what they're going to do is they're going to stop the Jaguars run game. They're going to stop Fournette from running crazy. And basically what they're going to do is they're going to try to have Blake Bortles throw as much as possible. And what that's going to do is hopefully he's going to throw some interceptions and cause some turnovers, which would be great for the defense. I think the Jags are pretty much going to run the same thing they did against the Steelers. They're only going to rush 4 guys, and they're going to try to get pressure on Brady, just rushing 4 and dropping everyone else into coverage. If they do a lot of man-to-man like they did against the Steelers, I don't think that's going to go too well for them. I think Brady's going to really take advantage of those matchups. And it's really hard for me to pick against the Patriots here because I think the Patriots, it's like pretty simple. What they need to do is they need to stop the Jaguars from rushing on offense, and then they need to rush themselves on defense. They need to rush, get some solid yardage, and they need to do some quick passes. Brady get it out of his hand quick so he doesn't have to, hold on to the ball for a long time and to avoid getting sacked. So if the Pats do those 2 things, I really don't see how the Jaguars can beat them. I really don't. So it really depends, I think, a lot on the Patriots' run game. If the Pats can establish a run game, mostly with Dion Lewis, if Dion Lewis has a good game, I think the Pats will be in good shape. I kind of want to pick the Jaguars just because I don't think anyone's really taking them as seriously as they should. And I don't know what the fuck is up with the Brady's hand thing. That just seems really like stupid to me. It seems like they made that up. But whatever. So I'm gonna go with the Pats. I don't know. I kind of want to take the Jags just cause, but it's hard for me to do that. So I'm gonna roll for the Pats. Sorry, I just had to spit real quick. Got a nasty ass loogie in my mouth. So yeah, I'm gonna pick the Pats. Now moving on, Vikings, Eagles. The Vikings got really lucky against the Saints. I'll say that. I mean, they shut them out in the first half, but in the second half, they almost blew it. They got really lucky on that last touchdown. And then the Eagles, it's like, I don't think anyone's picking the Eagles. I think everyone's just like Vikings, Vikings, Vikings. But like honestly, I kind of like the Eagles in this one, and the reason I like them is because they're playing at home. And there's a couple things here. One, they're playing at home, so it's going to be outdoors, and the Vikings are used to playing in that indoor stadium, that nice new stadium they got. So I think that's an advantage. I think the Eagles. I don't think there's going to be a lot of Vikings fans there. I think it's going to be pretty much all Eagles fans, and I think the Eagles are going to have that on their side. And then it really comes down to how well this Eagles defense plays because I don't think anyone believes in Nick Foles, but I think Nick Foles can at least get them in range to kick a couple field goals. And I think if this Eagles defense really plays well, I think they can shut down Case Keenum. Um, that being said, I don't really like. Damn, like I want to pick the Eagles because I feel like no one really believes in them. I want to pick the Eagles more than I want to pick the Jags. Like I'm picking the Pats because I think the Pats are overall a better team. But like this game, I really want to take the Eagles just because I think no one's picking them. But do I do it? Oh fuck, this is a hard one, man. Because it's like the Vikings, I think, are the better team. But I don't know, something about the Eagles is telling me to pick them. I can't fucking decide. I'm gonna just say fuck it and go for the Vikings. I'm gonna just go for the safe bet. But like if the Eagles win this one, I'll be like, yeah, I told you so. So that's what I'm picking. Picking Pats Vikings. Vikings to be the first team to ever play in their home stadium in a Super Bowl. So I think that's what it's going to come down to, guys. So tell me what you think, and I'll post another video here soon.